Hey you guys, once again we're back to AskkKayyy. I'm very excited because I have my very first guest on my channel, Jamila.
Hi.
And we are basically going to be talking about
breakups to makeups to more breakups to how to bounce back after a breakup.
amazing. All right, and the disclaimer is
Okay, so we're not going to be using any real names. So maybe Peter, John, Paul, or X, Y, or Z.
so basically what we're saying, don't worry, no names are going to be named here when we put our scenarios, so there's no real tea that you can get from here.
No.
All right, so let's start. So
Okay.
what's going on? What's happening?
So I'm just recently going through a breakup.
Okay.
After 5 years off and on, and it's a little rough. So I'm in the process now of trying to figure out how to bounce back, which I'm bouncing back fine.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you. But you know, sometimes after you break up with somebody, you know, you don't feel that great on the inside.
Great.
Regardless of what you look at on the outside, you're just like, oh my God, I'm never gonna find anybody else. So that's kind of what I'm going through right now.
Okay.
That emotion.
All right. That's normal.
Yeah. So I just kind of feel we broke up because I just was feeling like my life wasn't going in the direction that I felt it needed to go into. So I was the one who wanted the breakup. But now that we have broken up, I found out like he's talking to other people, and immediately I felt all these feelings of like insecurity.
Oh wow.
And then I completely lost sight of why I wanted the breakup in the first place. So I don't know if you've ever been through.
So you're basically saying like, okay, so no, because I want a better understanding. So you basically said that you guys are. All right, so I want to like better understanding. So you're basically saying like you wanted the breakup,
Right.
and he was okay with it.
No,
right? He's not.
He was not
Okay.
with it in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to fight for the relationship, but in my mind, I just kind of felt like it's not. After 5 years, we haven't really progressed, so I'm not going to waste another 5 years not progressing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was wrong with him. Let me make that clear.
Okay.
Nothing was wrong with him as a person, as an individual, whatever. It was just for me and the plan that I had for myself. I just did not see it progressing as I would have wanted to.
Okay. So is he like talking to somebody else already, or?
I think so. I haven't personally seen it, but I've been told by someone else who has seen it.
Okay.
That he was with someone else, and I was just kind of like, what?
Oh wow. Okay.
Right. So.
So he basically like moved on really quickly.
I wouldn't say it was quick because we had already been broken up 6 months before I found out about that. But I would say like, I don't know, and you can tell me if you feel like this too. Like if I'm not moved on yet with somebody else,
You don't want that person to
move
move on yet.
with somebody else either. I don't know if that's just a girl thing, if it's an ego thing. I'm not really sure, but that's how I was feeling, and I know it wasn't like rational. Like I'm pretty sure of that. But you know, my feelings are my feelings.
Yeah.
So.
Because what I've learned, like with men, it's like they move on really fast.
Yeah.
Because they always have that one girl in the cut that as soon as they're done with, and it's crazy because women know when men are single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's quick for them to be like, okay, well, I don't see you around with your girlfriend. I don't see you posting her. You don't seem busy anymore. Let me, you know, make myself available for him. And women do that all the time, which some women are okay with being rebounds. Me personally, I don't think that's cool. And if you are a rebound, that's your business. But rebounds always get their feelings hurt. So,
here's the thing though. You can go into being a rebound and not know that you're the rebound.
True.
You can go into a situation and be the rebound and have no idea that you are the rebound until like you're too deep in the situation.
You're right.
And then you're like, oh, but wait, you still got feelings for your ex?
Yeah.
I thought it was just us.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
so
guys do it too. Guys do it too.
So yeah. But after every breakup, I think that, you know, it's important for us as women to look at ourselves.
Yes.
And to, you know, remember what it is that we wanted.
Yeah.
And not settle. Because sometimes we will settle for certain things just so we're not alone. Or so we have that feeling of having somebody who is a companion. You know, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
You know, you want that Valentine to go out with and to go to the movies with or whatever.
Do whatever, dinner.
Right, but after all that's said and done, do you really have anything to show for it? You can cook dinner for yourself.
Yeah.
You can take yourself to dinner or a movie.
Well, with me, one of my, to be honest with you, it's crazy. And me, it's like, I've always felt like I had something within myself that I was lacking.
Yeah.
And as far as like, I always like, I don't always, but I've told my close friends that I didn't start knowing my worth and having self-love until 2018.
Yeah.
Now we're in 2020, right?
Yeah.
So all those times that I was with other men and I was even married at the time, you know, back in 2016, I got a divorce. I always thought like going out, looking pretty, taking good care of myself on the outside, I thought that was self-love.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So in 2018, I was in a situation that I was with somebody, and he was a very nice person. Anything that I wanted, he was there, you know? But I felt like there was something missing. There was something missing. I felt like it was like I was doing everything that he wanted to do, but when it came on to doing what I wanted to do, I didn't know how.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh my gosh, why am I doing everything that he wants to do? I'm basically helping him build himself up, but me, I feel like an empty shell. Like I'm giving everything that I have to this person, and I'm just like empty. And the crazy thing about it is, towards like me wanting to break up with him, I was still scared because I had like I said, I didn't know what love, like self-love was. I was like, me, I don't want to be alone. Like if I leave him, I'm gonna be alone. I don't want to be alone. I want to be with that person, you know. And I ended up finding spiritual guidance, meaning like started to meditate, started reading books, started to do things that I would love to do, but I was always so scared to do it because I didn't want people to like judge me. Like, what the fuck is she doing? But like I didn't know how to do it, but I started doing it. I started going out to eat by myself. I started going shopping by myself. I started doing things alone, which I never did. In my whole entire life, I've always had someone with me. If it's not a friend, it's my son, it's my mom, it's somebody, you know? And I started doing things on my own. And, you know, I decided one day, I was like, whoa, I don't want to be with him anymore. Like, I woke up one day and I was like, I don't want to be with him anymore. Regardless, yes, I was talking to other people or another person, which happened to be my boyfriend now, but at the time, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Dude is not for me. I'm not feeling him. And at the time, it's like my boyfriend was basically my friend. And I'm like venting to him, like, yo, I don't think I want to be with you. Da, da, da. And he was just like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he was never like, leave him.
Right.
You know, because at the time, I didn't even know he liked me. We were just chilling, right? So it's like, and then I did the most craziest thing, cut my hair. I was a person, but I always like to weave.
Right, okay.
Like me, I'm a bundle girl. Like I love a lace wig. I love like bundles. And one day I was like, yo, I'm gonna cut my hair. And I told him, I was like, yo, I'm gonna cut my hair. And he was like, do it. That's dope. And I was like, okay, cool. And I cut my hair and I was like, I felt like a new person. And I found the courage to break up with that guy. And when I broke up with him, I kind of felt like I felt a power within me. That even if I see him with someone else, it wouldn't really bother me because I felt like the love that I had for myself at that time, it was more than being with that person, right? So I kind of feel like when we're going through a breakup, we're always going to feel depressed, confused, and not too sure what direction we're going through. But I'm pretty sure you had a conversation with that person, with the person before you broke up with them? How?
Definitely, most definitely.
There you go.
We had multiple conversations about, you know, how I was feeling, my expectations, and things like that. And, you know, it eventually got to a point, like, somebody can love you, but if they're not loving you in your love language, then it's like they're not doing anything. You know what I mean? So this particular person would listen to what I was saying, but wasn't really hearing what I was saying. You know what I mean? So he would do things to show me that he loved me the way he wanted to receive it. And for me, it would be like, yes, this is nice, this is great, and I enjoy it, but at the same time, this is not my language, so I'm still lacking. And so sometimes, you know, you and another individual, you guys are just not on the same page, and that's okay. And it's you just have to get to a point where you realize that. And I think I'm getting to the point now where I'm realizing, like, we're great friends, we're great, you know, we're great communicating, but we're just not great together. And you know, no, I'm not ready to be like, oh, I wish you the best in your future relationships. Even though I may say that, my heart is not ready to give that or receive that. But in the end, that's ultimately what I would want. You know what I mean? And I feel like right now I'm on the journey to self-love and self-exploration. And I'd be lying if I said, oh, even if you want to break up with somebody, as soon as you break up, you're going to be living your best life and everything's going to be great. Like, yeah, maybe for a few days. Or maybe a month. But then after that, you're going to get into those stages where you're like reminiscing and thinking about what if and how could and maybe if we just and all that. And I've been there, done that. But sometimes you got to get used to the new normal. And that is treating yourself, taking yourself on dates, going out to eat by yourself, going to the movies by yourself. And that's actually freeing when you can go out alone
by yourself
and you ain't gotta wait on nobody order to come because your order's first. You gotta wait for theirs. You don't have to, if you at the mall and you ready to go, it's like, okay, I'm ready to go, I'm going. You know what I mean? I don't have to wait on nobody. And just doing whatever it is that you want to do. And whatever it is that makes you feel good. And once you do that, then you start to learn more about yourself. And for your next relationship, you realize, like, okay, this is what I'm accepting. This is what I'm not accepting. And point blank period. I'm not settling. I'm not lowering my standards for anybody or anything. If I can treat myself like this, then I want somebody who's going to treat me like this and or better.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at.
I might offend like some people.
No, who cares?
No, I mean, like, I might offend some people. I'm gonna be real with you, girl. This is some shit. Like, this is some real shit. Back in the day, even when I was married, I thought it was love. Like, I thought I was in love, right? And since I been with my boyfriend now, I realized I wasn't in love. I was in lust. And I thought the person that I was with at the time, in my head, I wanted it so bad that I thought that was the person for me. So in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm seeing this strong man. I'm in love. We're gonna, you know, we're gonna be together forever. And I'm putting that in my head, but in reality, that was not that person. Right? So, number one, I like to meditate now. Right? So I meditate a lot and stuff like that. I had people in the past that I was with that when they're mad at me, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's why you're in that voodoo shit. Right?
Okay.
And I'm just like, I hate when people say that because you sound stupid. You need to educate yourself on what a meditation and manifestation is. You can't say that's voodoo shit. When I'm cranky or I feel like off, the first thing my boyfriend said is, when was the last time you meditated? Right? So there's a difference between a person that's like, oh, you in that voodoo shit, and a person that knows that you're kind of off, and they're like, okay, babe, when did you meditate? When was the last time you meditated? You get what I'm saying? Like, even though he's probably not into that, he respects what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, all the other guys, I kind of felt like they didn't understand me they didn't want to learn who I am. It was more like, oh, she's pretty, she got shit going on for her, I'm gonna be with her. And it was more like, they weren't trying to penetrate me mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. They wasn't trying to do that. They were just trying to go from the outer shell. They didn't really care about the inner shell. And that's why me, even now, God forbid, and I say this all the time, like, even if it doesn't work out with my boyfriend now, I will still be okay with going on my merry way, because I know deep down inside my worth and my own self-love. Right? So the best advice I can give you or anybody else, like, don't be afraid to say goodbye. Because you want to know why? Because there's a reason why you said goodbye. Right? And if you decide to go back, which every woman does at a point in time, it better be because that person changed, and it's not because they show you for 1 week that they're going to change into that person that you want for that 1 week, and then when you guys get back together, it's like a repeated thing, because you're going to continue going through that cycle. It's not going to change. You said goodbye for a reason. You might be sad, you might be upset or whatever, but you have to remember why you closed that door. And I know sometimes they're like, oh, why don't you, when you're going through a breakup, you should go out with friends, you should go out with people, you need to be around people. And let me tell you something, that is bullshit. You cannot go out with, you can't go out with friends and forget about a breakup. Let me tell you why. Your friends have to be able to be on the same mental level as you to understand what you're going through. Going out, finding another guy is not going to help you move on from your situation. Now, that's just going to put in a situation like, because you're going to start comparing. Oh, he's like this, the guy I was with was like this, he's like this, the guy's like this. And that's why you build bitter bitches, because they feel like if they go like this, they meet a guy, she's still comparing to this guy, and then you realize there's no comparison, because what the guy did for you before, the new guy is not going to do, because you haven't built that relationship yet. He's not going to just come out of pocket and pay all your bills unless, you know, he's really, really nice, but it's just not going to happen. So that's why I feel like you should do more when you're going through a breakup, is do more you time. You know, go out to the beach, drink, meditate, cry. Cry. It's okay.
A lot of that.
Some people don't want to cry. I'm like, girl,
you need to cry and let it out, or else your ass is gonna be out with your friends, drunk, crying. That's the worst.
And then you're gonna call him.
And then you're gonna drunk text.
Show up at, pull up,
and be like, baby, I miss you.
I'm pulling up. Who's over there?
I'm coming over. And then you guys will have that drunk makeup sex. And then the next day it will be the same thing. So
cry by yourself.
But I can just say that this breakup is the first breakup that I actually decided to focus on myself.
Oh shit.
Usually when I break up with somebody or we go through whatever, I find another person to make me forget about the old person. So I jump right into another situation. I'm either talking to someone or whatever, and you know, I just automatically in my mind, I'm like, okay, so now we're gonna be together. And then that doesn't work out, and then I'm disappointed again. So now this time, I'm like, you know what? Just get your own shit together. Figure out what's wrong with you. Like, what are you lacking that you're trying so badly to hold on to these relationships, even when you know they're not good for you? Like, you got common sense, girl. Why are you not using it? Right? So I'm like, okay, what is my problem? My problem is I don't like to be alone. It's like, I don't know what this fear is that I have.
I like it now. I'm a certified loner now.
But now I'm like, bitch, why you ain't been trying to be alone? This is the best time to just be by yourself, Netflix and chill, binge watch any series, be a weirdo. Let me tell you something.
I'm a weirdo.
I'm a weird ass female. Okay, I do a lot of weird shit that a lot of people don't see because I do it by myself.
There you go.
In the mirror. But I'm fun and I'm loving, and I have a whole bunch of other great qualities that I bring to a situation. And I'm looking for a person who appreciates me in my weirdness and in my little quirkiness, and when I'm dolled up and looking like a fucking Instagram model, right?
Money.
Let me tell you, I don't look like this every day. Most times I'm at home with my bonnet. I like this. t-shirt type of girl, or like some shorts, and I'm sitting on the couch, or I'm watching Bravo, binge watching Real Housewives.
That's my show.
Or Love and Hip Hop, or something like that. That's what I like to do. And then I'll cook every now and again, not all the time, okay? But I need somebody that's gonna appreciate that. I'm not a bad bitch all day, every day. And that shit is exhausting. When you feel like you gotta be on it all day, every day, that is not natural.
Yeah.
That is not natural. And any man who is looking for that in a female, like, your perception of life is seriously out of this world. Because I'm pretty sure you don't go to get a haircut every day.
No, I don't.
Right, okay, so
sometimes when I look a mess, that's what I'm telling you. Sometimes, like, when you're with somebody that is your twin, it's kind of like, sometimes when I look a mess, I'm like, are you serious? I'm based on, are you serious? You look the way you feel. Like, get yourself together. Like, I don't have a problem. Like, I love getting glammed up. Like, that's me.
Of course.
But it's not every day. Like she said, it's not every day. Sometimes you're not gonna feel like doing it. Sometimes, and I'm gonna be real with you. Like, niggas holler at me when I'm in a baseball cap and
that's when you
some
know
sweats.
That's when
you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, I be looking like a straight nigga. Like I said all the time, like I look like a straight dude. I'm like, babe, why do dudes be talking to me when I look like a straight dude? And it's like, oh, I don't know, maybe because they see booty. I'm like, no, because I feel like when I don't have my makeup on and I look like a bum, I look like a dude. I wouldn't want to talk to me. But those dudes, they would, hey girl, you look good. I'm like, really? Really? Okay.
Ooh, child.
I'm Publix and aisle 2. They looking at me like, what the hell? Like, but, so this is my question to you. It's so weird. I'm gonna be real with you. I forgot about niggas I've been with in the past. Cause I kind of like, when 2020 was coming, I knew that was my time.
Right.
I forgave every female that crossed me, every dude that crossed me, any situation that was not bad for me. Girl, I done left them for real. Like, I don't even remember any type of, I don't remember. Like, I know that I was married, but I don't remember too much details. Like, I kind of like programmed myself to forget about that time of my life, you know? So if you were supposed to remember, like, if you were you, giving you the old you, giving your new now, so you're giving the old, what would you tell your old you basically?
Okay, I would tell my old you, number one, never forget. Never forget where you came from, because those experiences, even though they may not have always been the best, were there to teach you something. And it's up to you to figure out what lessons you were supposed to learn in those experiences. But I would tell myself, don't waste so much of your time and or energy putting it into somebody else, trying to make them become your picture perfect image of who you want them to be. Invest that energy into yourself, being the person that you want to be. Because as women, we have a tendency to meet a guy and maybe he's not completely up to our standards, he may be lacking certain things, and we'll be like, oh, I can fix that, like, not a problem, I can just work with him, get him together, uplift him, encourage him, motivate him into the person that I know he's supposed to be. And then that nigga will turn into that person that you knew he was supposed to be and reach his potential, and then be like,
deuces.
And then you sitting over here sad and don't know what to do, because you're like, I spent all my time in this person, and that whole time that you spent with that person, you did nothing for yourself. Nothing.
And he took his talents to South Beach.
And he took it, okay.
And this was like, anyway, sis, thank you so much for building me up to who I am and what I'm supposed to do.
And you're great.
Yeah.
And I'm always gonna love
you.
And there's no one else out there like you. Well, if you feel like that, how come you're messing with Tisha, Shamika, Lashana, whoever? Like, how come you messing with her? And maybe not even her. Let's say Becky. Why are you messing with Becky?
I'm sorry. She said Becky.
Because I just had to add one of those kind of names in there. You know what I'm saying? Because they all, Tisha and Lashana and all them, they sound like they was from my neck of the woods. And I just had to add, like, it can be anybody. You know what I'm saying? A man will pretty much go with whoever.
But what women need to understand, and in general, you need to work on you, and you need to know your worth. Let me tell you something. If you have so much going on with yourself, you know, no man can actually play you, and you will get a quality man that wants to be with a woman that is doing something. You get what I'm saying? Find your strength.
Find your strength, because you are strong.
Be happy.
You're definitely strong.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. Ooh, pay attention to them fucking red flags. If you see a red flag in the beginning, like that nigga can't talk to you past a certain time of night, always, or
always busy.
Always busy.
Never have time for you.
Never have time. Always want to text you. Can never have a whole conversation
on the phone.
Okay. Never wants to spend time with you during the day. Only at booty call hours. Can't take you certain places. You can't meet the family. He's always asking you for stuff, money. He's always got an excuse or like a sad sob story of what's going on in his life. Pay attention to the red flags.
Please.
Because they're always there. And we always know. And as women, we try to just go the other way, like we didn't see when we saw.
Facts.
And then we pay for it later. Facts.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up. We'll see you in another episode. Use our advice to the best ability. To your best abilities. Men, we weren't bashing you.
No.
Women, we weren't bashing you.
No.
Baby mamas, bitter baby mamas, whoever felt offended, we apologize.
No, we do not apologize. We're just here, sister to sister, woman to woman, to tell you like, boo, you are strong and you are beautiful and you are worthy. So you don't need to let some other dude bring you out of character to turn you into somebody that you're not. Be your best self. And men, there are some good men out there. There are. I haven't come across one yet.
You will.
But I'm excited to come across one, okay? And I know you're out there. Call me. Bye.